Hello, this is Mr. Fleming, and this video is for my junior high class, my 7th and 8th grade class, and we're working on a drawing of comedy and tragedy. Now, we've done some demonstrations in the classroom, and we want to develop a mask, and we want the mask to bend back in space. We're going to use gradation of tone to create that space, so we want this mask to have volume. Now, when I did this mask, I set up with simple shapes first. So at first we created the oval and we put the circles here to mark where we want our face. So here's a smiley face, so I want the cheekbones way up high to make an exaggerated smile. And with this one, I have the oval and I have the 3 circles down low, and that's going to help me make a sad face. So with the 3 circles up high, this is the image I want to get, in which we have the mask that spins around in space. We use a gradation of tone to create some sense of volume. We're using a shadowing effect that goes from dark to light, so the front of the mask is illuminated. And notice my cheekbones very, very up high. That's going to get me to make my overall demonstration. Now, there is some shadowing that isn't here. Because I want to focus on the face just a little bit, in particular the eyes. Please notice that my nose is coming off the face and I have a deep shadow underneath it. The eyes should be in a deep socket and in shadow, and I'm going to make an eye right now. So what I'm going to do is do this upside down. I think I turn my video camera down here so you can kind of see it. And what we're going to do here is make the eye, and we're going to start with the iris. The iris is the colored part of the eye, and it is a lens of sort, and right here in the middle is the pupil, and that is the oculus. It's really an opening right in the eye that allows light waves to travel to the back of the eye. You have 2 groups of cells there called cones and rods. One sees color, one sees light and dark. This circle right here is reflective light. The eyeball is white and wet, and it gives a very high sheen, and it reflects any kind of light source. The iris itself is not flat. It is in the shape of a lifesaver, I suppose, but you want to try to make sure that it has a sense that it's not just a color field, but rather a shape that has this particular shape to it, with it's reinforced here. Now that I got my iris, what I want to do is make 2 points on either side, and I'm going to come across up here and down below, and that's my eyelid. And over here, down below, and there's my eyelid. Notice that the eyelids touch the iris. That is in most cases, not all cases. There are all kinds of eyes. Here is my tear duct, and I want to bring a little shadow there because I want this eye to seem like it's lifelike. I bring some shadow over here, deep in the pocket, and then I'm going to put some shadow in here. The white of the eye should be the lightest part of the page. You can have highlights that can match the wetness and the white of the eye, but really the eye is where I want the focus in for this drawing. And that's one eye right there. Let me do that again one more time so you guys can see how I do it. I make a circle, and that is the iris, the colored part of the eye. And this is the pupil, or the oculus. That's literally the hole in the eye. And that can go deep black. It usually is. And then I made a reflective light circle. These are in the same space. Okay, with the light switch should fall in the same space. And then I make these curved lines to help give the iris a sense of shape. We want it to look like a lifesaver, that it has volume unto itself. Match up the tone just a little bit. There we go. All right. Now there is my eyeball, and what I did is I put 2 points on either side of the eye, and then I bring the skin up and around, and I touch the iris and bring it back down to my tear duct. This is the bottom lid. It's going to touch the iris and come around over here, and then I can start working on my shadowing in the eye. Remember, the eye does have shadows on it. This is a trick that really can bring some life to your drawings. The eyes are the window to the soul, so you want to kind of get them right. And then I'll put the tone over here. And again, you want the tone to be a little bit lighter and fade back into that darkness. It's catching light. And the same thing over here. You want the white of the eye to be the highlight of your drawing. And get a little bit of space there. Now, as far as eyelashes, first I want to say is men have eyelashes too. And I don't know why that comes out here. But the one here is going to go straight up. That's going to bend that way. That's going to bend that way. But you just don't want them straight. There you go. There are my eyelashes. Bend this way. And so there is my comedy anyway, with eyes in a socket looking at you. And that's what I want you to do, is spend your time trying to make a gesture that is very, very sad or very, very happy. If you wish to do two that are very, very happy, that's fine. If you want to do two that are very, very sad, that's fine too. I'm really looking for you to use the gradation of tone to create form, and I want you to study the different parts of the face, and that will lead us into our next project. And we'll probably do one more portrait after this, and then we'll do cartooning. But right now we're working on comedy and tragedy. The work can be done in your sketchbook, but it should be of final draft quality. For the folks who are in Alpha, I'll be checking this out next Monday or Tuesday, see where you guys are at. And for the Bravo, we'll work on this at the end of the week, and we'll do our final draft on Monday or Tuesday also. So make art, art won't make itself, and I'll see you in the classroom. Thank you for listening.